Tired of those pesky fruit flies taking over your kitchen? We feel you. These tiny intruders seem to multiply overnight and turn your sweet sanctuary into their playground. But guess what? There's a simple mistake you might be making that's actually attracting them even more. Curious? Let's dive in and uncover the secret so you can reclaim your kitchen from these little nuisances once and for all. Summertime. The season of sunshine, warm breezes, and delicious fruit, peaches, strawberries, oranges. Your kitchen is probably brimming with these tasty treats right now. But oh no, you've bought more bananas than you can eat in time. So, it's time to talk about how to deal with fruit flies. Yep, summertime is when these pesky little invaders decide to crash your kitchen party and help themselves to your sweet summer treats. But fear not. Here are some tips to keep them out of your fruity treasures for good. Let's dive in and make sure your fruit stays the star of the show. Starting with Tip 1. The funnel method. The funnel trick is a magic trap for fruit flies, and it's kind of a fun DIY project. All these tips are, so get ready to awaken your inner crafter. Start by grabbing a tall vase or jar to use as your base container. Next, you'll need to choose your fruit fly bait. Fruit flies go after anything sugary, so you have a lot of options here, and most of them are probably lying around your kitchen right now. You can go with your overripe fruit. Slice up some squishy peaches, blackened bananas, any super ripe or rotting fruit will work here. If you don't have any or you don't want to use fruit, you can also use honey, maple syrup, any fruit juice or sugary soda, or even apple cider vinegar. Whatever bait you end up going with, put it in your base container. You don't need a lot, just enough to cover the bottom. A layer that's about 2 fingers wide will do. Now, roll a piece of paper to create a funnel shape, and tape it so that it keeps its form. Stick the narrow end through the top of your base container so that the funnel is resting in the opening. Make sure the tip of the funnel isn't touching your bait. Finally, set your fruit fly trap near the infested area, perhaps near your fruit bowl, garbage, or sink. And tada! The fruit flies in your house will be no more. This trap is so simple, yet it works like a charm. The flies will fly down into the wide part of the funnel and follow the sweet, rotting scent of the bait inside. However, thanks to the funnel shape, they won't be able to fly back out. Leave your trap out overnight, and by morning, you should have a whole family of fruit flies munching on the bait in your container. If you have persnickety fruit flies and don't see any in the container the next morning, try a different bait. 2. Take more drastic measures. You can pour some lukewarm water in your container along with some dish soap. Let it sit for a while, then swish it around a bit. When you're done, dump the mixture out in your yard. Rinse out your container. You can reuse it for more fruit fly traps. Tip 2. The bowl trap. Alright, adventurers, gather around for another fun and crafty way to conquer those pesky fruit flies. This time, we're going on a less crafty but equally effective quest. Ready? Let's go. First, grab yourself a medium or large bowl. Any trusty bowl will do. Now, for the star of our show, ripe or rotten fruit. Yep, you heard that right. Just plop a few pieces into the bottom of your bowl. Next up, add a splash of something sweet and irresistible to our tiny foes. Think soda, syrup, or any sugary delight. You don't need much, just enough to create a layer about 2 fingers thick at the bottom of the bowl. Now comes the tricky part. Cover the bowl as tightly as you can with plastic or saran wrap. Make sure it's snug and secure. Grab a fork and start poking holes all around the top of the wrap. Not too big, not too small, just enough for our unsuspecting fruit flies to find their way in. Set your trap in a fruit fly hotspot and let it work its magic overnight. By morning, you'll likely find a gathering of fruit flies feasting on your bait, trapped inside the bowl. Success! This clever trap works just like the funnel method we talked about before. The flies are drawn to the sweet bait, but those tiny fork holes make it tough for them to escape. They'll wriggle their way in but won't be able to figure out how to get back out. Clever, right? But wait, what if you wake up and see no fruit flies in your bowl? Don't fret. It might be that your holes are too big. Remember, fruit flies are tiny, less than ½ centimeter long. So, keep those holes small and try again. Practice makes perfect, and soon you'll be a fruit fly trapping pro. So, there you have it, a fun and easy way to set a fruit fly trap with just a bowl and a few household items. Happy trapping, and may your kitchen be fruit fly free. Tip 3. Freezer swap. Get ready, friends, for the coolest trick in the book, literally. We're about to dive into the world of freezer swaps to outsmart those fruit flies. Here's how it goes, step by step. First, grab 2 medium-sized jars. Any jars will do, as long as they're up for the challenge. Next, fill these jars with fruit rinds and peels. Think orange peels, apple cores, and banana skins, yummy stuff for fruit flies. Now, cover the mouths of your jars with clear, stretchy plastic wrap. Here comes the fun part. Use your finger to press down in the middle of the plastic wrap, creating a little funnel shape inside the jars. This is where the magic happens. Take a toothpick and poke a small hole right in the middle of that funnel. This is the grand entrance for our fruit fly guests. They'll be lured in by the sweet scent of the fruit but won't know what's coming next. Place your jars in a spot where you've seen fruit flies hanging out. When you notice a bunch of flies in one jar, it's time for a little icy surprise. Pop that jar into the freezer. This will freeze the flies and their eggs. Goodbye, fruit flies. But we're not done yet. While one jar is chilling with your frozen pizzas, keep an eye on the other jar. As soon as you see flies gathering there, swap it out with the jar from the freezer. Keep rotating the jars like this, and soon, you'll have a fruit fly-free kitchen. So there you have it, the freezer swap dance. A fun, frosty, and effective way to keep those pesky flies at bay. Happy trapping, and enjoy your fly-free space. Tip 4. Prevention. Hey there, fruit lovers. What if I told you there's a way to keep fruit flies away without having to play trap master? That's right. Let's dive into the fun and easy world of fruit fly prevention. No guilt, no fuss, just happy, fly-free days. The best way to keep fruit flies at bay is by storing your fruit properly. It's oh so tempting to showcase your beautiful produce in a fancy fruit bowl on the counter. But trust me, your fruit will thank you for a cooler home. Once fruit is ripe, it'll last much longer in the fridge. So, let's go through the steps to make sure your fruit stays fresh and those flies stay far away. First up, apples and bananas. These can go straight into the fridge. Yep, you heard me right. Refrigerating them slows down the ripening process. Even if your bananas look black on the outside, give them a chill, they might still be delicious inside. Next, we have mangoes, papayas, melons, peaches, and avocados. Yes, it's a fruit. These fruity delights can hang out at room temperature to ripen. But once they're ready, pop them into the fridge to extend their yummy life for a few more days. Now, let's talk berries and grapes. These juicy treats should always be kept in the fridge and enjoyed as soon as possible. Their sweet goodness doesn't last long, so eat them up quickly. Lastly, citrus fruits like oranges and grapefruits are the easygoing bunch. They stop ripening after they're picked, so they can chill in the fridge for up to 3 weeks. Plenty of time to enjoy their tangy goodness. And there you have it, the ultimate guide to fruit fly prevention. By storing your fruit properly, you'll keep those pesky flies away and enjoy fresh, tasty produce for longer. So go on, have a fruit fly-free party in your kitchen. Knowing how to store your fruit will make it last longer and keep your kitchen a no-fly zone. Isn't that clever? Now it's your turn down in the comments. How do you keep your home bug-free in the summer? Hey, if you learned something new today, then give this video a like and share it with a friend. But don't go DIYing your fly traps just yet. We have over 400 cool videos for you to check out. Just click on the left or right video and enjoy. Stay on the N2T Healthy Live of Life.